As a casual employee, you can use Retrieve to enter your timesheets and get your hours recorded for the week. It looks slightly different than the part-time and full-time people, so let's go ahead and take a look at what that's going to appear like for you guys. When I'm in here in Retrieve and I want to enter my hours, I'm going to go to My Info. I'm going to click on Time and Attendance, and then I need to come to Enter Time since I'm entering time into my timesheet. From there, I've got the options to go ahead and pick a date and just view it, but I don't want to review anything I've entered. I need to enter my hours for, say, this week. So I'll leave the date as of today, and my payroll option should already be loaded up as casual since I'm a casual employee. So as a casual employee, I don't have any automatic locations loaded up for me here. When I click this drop down, there's nothing under assigned locations. So I got to pick the location I worked. So if I worked today at Alexandra, I'm going to choose Alexandra. And on the next drop down, I need to choose the custodial group that I was working for today. So whoever it was that sort of called you to come and do that work at Alexandra, I'm going to pick the first group here. If it was Sean, then I've got that selected. And from there, I should have the casual option selected under my position. And I can click Enter Time. From there, I can scroll down and I'm going to see the regular elementary hours that I've worked on, if that's where I was working at Alexandra in this case. Maybe I worked 8 hours today, and maybe I was there yesterday as well and worked 8 hours. So I could fill in both of those today right now if I'd forgotten yesterday and I had worked that day as well. Obviously, if it's Tuesday right now, I can't carry on and fill in the rest of the week. But if it was Wednesday, I'd be coming in and just filling in those hours as well. And if, say, I was in today and I worked my 8 hours, but then I got asked to do a little bit of extra, well, I've got rows for that here as well, where I've got extra hours. So I could maybe put in an extra 2 hours there if I needed to. As I come down the list, if instead I had been working at one of the high schools, then I'd be looking at the secondary temp hours, and that's where I'd be putting my 8 hours for today instead of on the first row. So it just depends on if I'm at an elementary school or a secondary school. The last option, of course, is the board offices. If I was at the Lindsay Ed Center or the Muskoka Ed Center, then I could put in hours there as well if that's what I was doing. So as a casual employee, those are my different options. I don't have a absence option since I don't have regular hours to be absent from. So I'm just going to enter the hours each day that I've actually worked until I get to the end of the week. And each time I fill in hours, even if it was just Tuesday right now, I'm still going to come down and click submit because that's basically like my save button so that these numbers will be in here again for tomorrow. So if I were to hit submit and I've entered that time, I can review that and see that those hours are there. And I can hit return to timesheet, or I can just exit right out of Retrieve. I've got my logout button up here in the corner. But if it was tomorrow, now it's Wednesday, and sorry, not date selection, I don't want to view it. Come down here under payroll selections. There we go, it's Wednesday now. And I've been called in to do the same work again, so I'm still a casual employee. I worked at Alexandra again this time, and I'll pick the same custodial group again. So custodial group 1. And I'm going to enter time for today, which it now believes is Wednesday. So it's highlighted that in yellow for me because that's the date that I chose. And if it's the end of Wednesday, I can put in my 8 hours. And because I submitted it previously, submit again was like that save button, I can see those hours are already entered for me. I'm just going to come down and submit my Wednesday. And if that's the last time I worked this week, that's fine. That'll get approved on Monday morning. And if I came back in on, say, Thursday or Friday, then I'd come right back into My Info, time and attendance, and I would enter time and choose those days and fill in the Thursday and the Friday. When I'm done, I can click this little button up at the top to get out, and that's all I need to do in terms of filling in my timesheets when I'm a casual custodial maintenance employee.